feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride no
see. Let me see what's going on here.
Response to followers who.
Here we go.
Charleston White's comments about his son Cheese.
You say I'm a nobody. Your son a nobody now.
3 hours later.
You know when niggas frustrated. Nick couldn't even get his off the shelf, man. What is we talking about, man? When you look at certain niggas, you like, man, them niggas ain't getting no pussy growing up, man. How could you respect a nigga who couldn't get no pussy growing up when pussy is the easiest thing to get on planet Earth, man? It's bums out here that got bitches that's laying on the ground next to him. He can't get a job, no money, nothing to eat, but he got some pussy laying next to him, man. Y'all niggas gotta get y'all motherfucking mindset right, man. Y'all mentality right, man. Do you know a lot of times when you support hate, you really letting a motherfucker know that, yo, you really a nut ass, man. How you support a nigga whose whole foundation is built around hate?
Are you talking about Charleston?
What type of nigga is you?
You know the funny thing about Charleston, I believe that there's some hateful stuff that he says, but I think people just think he's hilarious, yo. And I'm gonna be honest with you, does anybody in here, when y'all listen to Charleston now, do y'all just listen to him for the entertainment comedic value, or are you taking everything he says serious? Because I feel like Charleston's kind of like fly by night a little bit. Like he'll say something against someone, and then he might come back later and just not be against them.
That you live in such a dark motherfucking place that you wake up to hate on some niggas. How could I ever hate on some niggas I don't know, man? I never met, man. The f is we talking about, man? And y'all niggas on nigga pages and mention. It's like, come on, man. Get y'all mind.
Some Robin or Robot says he's a retard, so I don't listen to him. Mike B from Kick says, yo, Charleston speaks the truth and says the shit that people are afraid to say. Geeked Up says there's some truth in everything he actually says. Let me get to King Akademiks and see what y'all saying over there. Yeah, Charleston's just a really interesting person when it comes to that type of shit. I'm looking at King Akademiks now. Drill says, man, he be saying some wild shit. JJ says, yo, Charleston corny. Who else? Tatiana says, someone go knock that good eye out if he keep yapping. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the thing about Charleston I'm like surprised about the most. Like I move and try to move at least like in super public areas, very militant. If I'm gonna be around places where I know other people might be or whatever, like usually I could go to the store by myself, but like shit, if I'm gonna go to like an event, like I try to move really well. I don't even think Charleston even does that. I think Charleston just brings some pepper spray and just say, yo, let Jesus take the wheel. And surprisingly, we haven't seen a video of him getting the brakes beat off of him. You know what I mean?
Mindset right. This ain't even about me. This is about you, man. Get your mindset right, man. That's why you niggas going nowhere fast and you'll never last, man. A nigga like me can't be faded and duplicated, impersonated, none of that shit.
G-Man says Charleston White is for people who grew up without a dad. Why do you say that? So somebody says, Mike says, yo, he's going to get blitzed. And someone says, poor Gillie couldn't go toe-to-toe. Well, yeah, you know, obviously, you know, I like Charleston, but I won't agree with certain stuff. Like, for example, you know, despite what you might think about the circumstances around the situation, I think Gillie's child passing away should be, you know, I think it's out of bounds to comment on that. But I think Charleston looks at things like, well, we have to stop. I think he's the biggest example of don't pick and choose, right? Because he'll bring that up in a similar way about some other shit, and he'll kind of showcase the hypocrisy of like how people react to one situation versus the other. You know? So I don't know.
Get your fucking mind right, man. You niggas is goofy, man. You niggas be on the internet entertaining, hating shit when you don't even know how the fuck you gonna pay your fucking bills, man.
Oh, Gillie's mad at the fans.
You ain't even seen your motherfucking son in 2 months, man. Every other week you arguing with your man. Cause you like, damn, man, you only pull me out the man. When the f is you gonna get me some action, man? Think about that, man. And you on here mentioning that's, come on, man. How you know it again? Oh yeah, nigga said Nipsey Hussle that was dead that he didn't know. Come on, man. The f you? What are we talking about? You niggas gotta get your fucking minds right, man. Like, your baby mom somewhere right now getting her fucking spark plugs f***ed off her, man. And you on here talking about a mother. That's what you talking about, man.
Okay, so to Gillie's point, how much of this y'all blame on like fans, right? Because, you know, I mean, obviously I don't think I do some of the same stuff as Charleston, but I could see, I know some people don't like me, right? And sometimes I'll see when people, not Gillie, because me and Gillie are cool, but when I see sometimes people are trying to attack me, they'll attack the people who like me. It's one of those like, yo, y'all created this. Like, y'all support this, right? It looks like that's what Gillie is kind of saying, but he's saying it to the fans who probably brought up Charleston White. And we're going to hear what Charleston said in a second, but he's getting at the fans like, yo, y'all, some of y'all broke, man. Like, y'all got better things to worry about in life. Why are y'all so whatever? Do you think fans have any blame for the people who are critical of Charleston? Do you think fans are to be blamed because they like to support the fuckery, or they like to support or be entertained by the bullshit or quote unquote hate? You let me know. I'm grabbing a Red Bull, by the way.
Think about that, man. Your baby mom somewhere getting drilled while your son laying in the bed next to her, man. And you on here worrying about the wrong shit, man. Go get your son, man. Take care of your kids, man. Take your motherfucking grandkids to Chuck E. Cheese or something, man. Do something productive, man. Think about it, man. And I know this talk right here hurting a lot of his feelings that's looking at this shit. It ain't meant to hurt your feelings. It's meant to motivate you. Like, damn, that right, man. I need to get my life together, man. This shit got me in a Russian headlock, man.
Now, here's where I kind of like, you know, and maybe I'm slicing hairs with this point, but the way how Gillie makes a living, the way how I make a living, you know, even some of the people who like, you know, they vehemently oppose me, and, you know, like there's one like guy, he's like, yo, Akademiks has no value. We're all here to entertain, right? And whether people want to be entertained by dumb shit, by comedic shit, by hateful shit, by, I don't know, adventure shit, that's why they're tuning in. So when Gillie's kind of asking why do people support it, it's like, Gillie, there's a lot of people who support you just because you're silly. Like, you're kind of silly, and I get it. You can't control what people like, right? Because, I mean, if we both could control what people like, there would be nobody who didn't like me that had a platform, right? But the idea of, like, putting fans down, saying, damn, why y'all like that? Yo, you got this. The same could be said about people who like Gillie, right? Because those same people, their baby moms could be getting drilled while the baby next to them and whatever. People come online to be entertained, to help pass their day, sometimes to learn some shit, right? Sometimes to make their mental health a little bit better. But for the most part, they're coming out here to be entertained, right? And Gillie's doing a good job of entertaining. I entertain, but also Charleston White's entertaining. You don't got to agree with him. You don't got to agree with him, but that's what people are tuning into him for.
Just think about that. Life got you in the headlock. Your Russian joint. Speaking Russian, Tiaska Mishka Gushka Kosh. Think about that, man. And you on fucking Instagram worrying about the wrong shit.
I gotta see what this nigga said.
You gotta do better, Black.
What did he say?
Follow gave you the blueprint, man. He showed you how you could win if you just stay focused, man. I wore Adidas sweatpants, man, every motherfucking day for 5 years, man. Adidas sweatpants, man.
Oh, Lisa, thank you. She said I look good today. Thank you, Lisa. Yo, watch, I'm gonna end up marrying one of my chat queens, man. They keep flirting with me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. My little chat queens, man, I ain't gonna lie. They be, you see, that's why I be losing weight. My chat queens be giving me more compliments. They be like, oh, you look good. Ooh. One of them commented on my shit. I ain't never seen this before. They said Zaddy. I'm like, oh. No, I'm playing. All right, so yo, here's what Charleston White said. Yo, chat, I'm trolling, okay? Don't take everything I say to see. All right. So what does Charleston say so bad? Yo, one thing about a nigga like Charleston, he's gonna say something that cuts deep. Definitely. Let's see this.
You interviewed a nigga on your platform who ain't nobody, and he got on there and talked about Deion Sanders, Beyonce, Jay-Z, a bunch of, come on, man.
You say I'm a nobody. You got the nerve to have a mouth like you a nigga to put a hump in your man, please. Yeah. No. Yeah. You know what? I know it's still a forward there. And I'm finna tell you some real shit, Gillie. You know why you don't like me? Cause I came from the bottom up out the mud. And you had cash money. They kept you in the dark in the closet. Now they say you could write good lyrics. And I would say to myself, what use is a candle if you keep them lit but put it in the closet? You was a lit candle, Gillie. And Baby and Birdman them put your ass in the closet and you lit up the closet where Wayne can come in there and get them raps. You couldn't deliver them rap like Wayne could. Now look at you. You on the podcast buffoonery. Silly boy. You very silly. You gimmicky. $1 million worth of game ain't gave nobody no game. Everybody y'all talk to did the opposite of what y'all did. Ain't nobody receive y'all game. King Von, Lil Durk, Young Thug, Kodak, ain't nobody soaking up y'all game. But celebrities, yeah. I still remember that look on your face, boy, when you came to the internet. Boy, I remember how them tears look rolling down your face with no hair on it. Yeah, I remember. I'm talking about, I remember. I remember. But you know what I know was bothering you? You got a pain that won't go away. Oh, man, they say it ain't nothing like a parent who have to bury a child. They say it's nothing like that pain. I ain't got that pain. You wake up with a pain I never have. Say, and I laugh like a... Not in the beginning. I showed you some compassion because I was thinking, man, what if that was my boy? Thought that when I had compassion for you. But when I got mad at you, you know what I told you? I answered myself that question. Man, what if it was your boy? You a snitch? I'm a snitch in some more shit. That ain't the only thing I am. You think that if I...
Interesting. So now I remember where this started from. So this started from Gillie got into it with Cam Newton over Cam Newton comments about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles. And, you know, he's a big Philadelphia Eagles supporter. I'm talking about Gillie. And he said something to Cam. And while he was talking about Cam, he said, Cam, your platform has interviewed nobodies. And he was alluding to Charleston White because Charleston White got interviewed by Cam Newton. But this is what he said in full about Cam Newton.
Good day, Cam Newton. I seen you came at me because I said Jalen Hurts did what you couldn't do. That was win a Super Bowl. So you want to get all in your feelings. Man, shut your tight jean wearing ass up, man. Nigga, you had on a jersey with a bow tie, you corny ass nigga. Get out of here, nigga. You will never be able to fuck with Jalen Hurts, nigga. You super goofy, corny ass nigga. Get out of here, nigga. What you do? You won MVP, won a Super Bowl, win a Super Bowl MVP. And you hating on him. Cause he did what you couldn't do, nigga. Win a Super Bowl. And he been to 2 of them. So when you hating on him, nigga, just know you wasn't better than him, nigga. You talk about, can you name one of my albums, nigga? You ain't gotta be able to name one of my albums, nigga. Fuck wrong with you? You in my space. You ain't bigger than me in this space, nigga. You a low-ass boy in this space, nigga.
Oh, shit.
You low-ass boy. I could come sign you, nigga.
Oh, shit.
You low-ass boy. What you talking about? You, nigga, don't ever hate on Jalen Hurts, nigga. I know it hurts your fucking feelings that you wasn't Jalen, nigga. You non-Super Bowl having ass nigga. And let's be for real. Let's be for real. You out at clout chasing, man. You interviewed a nigga on your platform who ain't nobody, and he got on there and talked about Deion Sanders, Beyonce, Jay-Z.
Oh, that was about the Charleston White thing.
A bunch of, come on, man. You a Pro Bowler, man. You made millions of dollars, man. That's the type of content you chasing, man. Get your goofy ass out of here, Cam. Super goofy ass nigga. Tight jeans, jersey with a bow tie wearing ass nigga.
Oh, shit.
Fuck you thought. You called the right one out, you super goofy ass nigga. Right. Good.
What did Cam Newton say about Gillie? Cam Newton, Gillie. What did he say? Is it this?
Another person that will unlock petty Cam is Gillie the Kid. Gillie, you posted me on your social story. And Peggy, I got a question to ask. Can you name me one Gillie the Kid album? Can you quote any of his music?
Damn.
But we know Gillie the Kid, not as a rap artist or a hip hop artist. We know him as a podcaster. We're in the same spaces. So your unpopular pick or your popular pick or the content that you create, Gillie, is the same thing that I do as content creators. So step aside, sir. Next, last but not least,
What's up?
Mr. Ryan Clark. Just for perspective purposes, can we tee up just the first 15 seconds of that clip?
Let's take Cam Newton, right? What made Cam Newton great?
Pause right
he
there.
could be powerful.
Because this is where people are not understanding here. You're attacking the messenger and not attacking the message.
Okay.
So since that we want to attack the messenger, Ryan Clark, okay, let's pull up your stats. Second team All-SEC, we cannot relate. Undrafted in 2002, we cannot relate. Then you have one Pro Bowl in 2011, we cannot relate. So if you want to unlock petty Cam, and everything that Cam Newton has ever said on this 4th and 1 show has always been backed by merit and logic, but some way, shape, form, people keep attacking Cam the person, or why he didn't jump on the fumble, why he didn't do this, or comparing and contrasting. So when I compare and contrast you guys' statistics and Dan Orlovsky, never mind. But another person that would don't mistake loyalty for the alliance to be built off something that's going to go to the highest bidder.
All right, what is he talking about? Okay, good. Oh, shit. Ryan Clark responded to
Man. So
Jalen Hurts in this already been the powerful.
You feel though that response is disrespectful to Jalen Hurts?
We have to stop allowing people to have excuses.
Oh, I guess. So I guess this is a football topic, I guess, that, people, Gillie probably jumped in because he loves the Eagles and they just won the Super Bowl. But apparently Cam Newton said about the quarterback, we're not asking you to win the game, we're just asking you not to lose it. And people started attacking him over that comment.
Just to disrespect Jalen Hurts. Cam recently said I was playing things safe, so let me cook for a second here, right? So there's different ways to look at it. Historically and presently, Jalen Hurts is the top 10 quarterback, and you're going to look at it different ways. You're going to look at talents above X's and O's, the ability to help your team win, and then to me, it's proximity to the GOAT. Let's take Cam Newton, right? What made Cam Newton great? He could be powerful in short yardage and goal line. He could extend plays with his legs. He was this big physical presence. So is Jalen Hurts, right? Cam Newton went to the playoffs 4 times. Jalen Hurts been to the playoffs 4 times already. Cam Newton went to 3 Pro Bowls. Jalen Hurts already been to 2. Cam Newton was an MVP, and he got to the Super Bowl, and he forgot to bring his cape. When Jalen Hurts is going to the Super Bowl. He's bought his cape, and he's also bought the Avengers with him, who are not even in DC. They in Marvel, right? And so now let's think about this. Okay, let's go to winning. Eli Manning is going to be a Hall of Famer. Why is Eli Manning going to be a Hall of Famer? Because he had 2 epic runs to the Super Bowl. And in those Super Bowls, he played great, and he beat the GOAT, not only of that time, but the GOAT of the era, right? But he's only been to 4 Pro Bowls. He never got an MVP vote. He was never an All-Pro. Jalen Hurts has done all of those things. Right now let's look at Jalen Hurts in this time. In the Super Bowl, how do we measure every quarterback in the AFC? What is your proximity to Patrick Mahomes? You know the 3 quarterbacks that's beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs? I know who they are. They're Joe Burrow, they're Tom Brady, and they're Jalen Hurts. And not only did Jalen Hurts beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs or in the Super Bowl, he outplayed him in the Super Bowl. And so now, here is what I think. If you don't want to count Jalen Hurts in your top 10, I have one question. Who's in the top 10? And how do you get there? And the last thing is this, right? Cam Newton is using excuses to not put Jalen Hurts in the top 10. Excuses are tools of incompetence that build monuments of nothingness. And those who major in their usage are non-achievers.
He's trying to cook.
The ring that Jalen Hurts is walking around with says top 10 to me. Tell Cam to show you his.
Cam Newton responded, and this is what Cam had to say.
Okay. All right. Enough. All right. So that's that beef. Gillie's always gonna bring up. Not Gillie. I mean, Charleston White's always gonna bring up. Gillie's son getting killed. Charleston White's a nigga you can't argue with because he's always gonna go there with it. Always gonna go there. So I don't know. All right. Let's keep it going. Happy Monday, people. I hope y'all are chilling. Hopefully, if y'all working, keep focused. Keep doing y'all thing. To all my drivers, my truckers out there, keep focused, man. All right, let's see what else is going on here. What is it?